Welcome back, guys, to episode number 10. Today, we're going to be talking about OG Anunoby's contract. We're going to be getting into the NBA draft and kind of what all the moves the Knicks did. And we're also going to be talking about Isaiah Hartenstein. But before we get started, guys, it's very important. Like and subscribe. It helps the channel. It helps the channel grow. It gets more viewership. And it definitely helps me and you guys providing more better content. So subscribe, follow, hit the bell notification button so you guys can get notified when I start posting videos. But definitely, I appreciate all the blessings that I've been getting from everyone, and everyone is family. Everyone that watches, Knicks fans or non-Knicks fans, love you all. So appreciate all the support and thank you. And let's get started, guys. Yes, OG Anunoby signed a $212 million contract. This guy is getting paid an average of $42 million a year. Wow, that's just a lot of money. But I think the Knicks had to do it. They gave away Emmanuel quickly. They gave away RJ Barrett. So they gave heavy assets. So I mean, it was only right. The Knicks kind of knew that this was going to happen, and they knew where the ball was going to fall with OG Anunoby, and we can't deny the fact that when OG Anunoby came to play, he was impactful, guys. We went on a long run. I think the Knicks lost like 2 games, if I'm not mistaken, but they went on a long run, 14 games won on that run, and you saw the impact he was making when he was in the playoff as well. But unfortunately, yes, the dark cloud comes, the injuries, right? But we really can't also just think that everyone's going to be injured every year. Yeah, obviously the track record of OG Anunoby has been injury since the Toronto Raptors, but injuries are going to happen, guys. Injuries are going to happen, but we can't deny the fact how impactful this guy was for the Knicks. So, and that's why the Knicks went and did it. And I think all these players are on board of bringing OG Anunoby back, and all this whole noise about him being miffed by the Nova Knicks and he's not being a part of. He is part of the Nova Knicks. He is an essential player, an important asset of the Knicks, and in order for them to win. And then with the addition of Mikal Bridges, come on, guys, it's just going to be beautiful to watch. And I think that with more players that the Knicks are adding, the more depth they add, the more guys with Mikal Bridges, you can take the workload off OG Anunoby. So expect OG Anunoby to have some nights off. He's gonna have some nights off, and that's just for the durability of him lasting all the way into the playoffs. And I think is also with some moves the Knicks been making in the draft, and I'll discuss that later, and how that's also gonna help Jalen Brunson, and we're gonna help Julius Randle. So I think the Knicks are just trying to kind of extend the whole season, and I know they're gonna grind it out the entire season, but they want to play with fresh legs when it comes to the playoffs. And I think Tibbs is learning how to be that coach. That the old days of Tibbs coaching like back in the Timberwolves and the Bulls, I think is a thing of the past. I think he has learned about giving players better time to recover when at practice. I from what I'm hearing is not as hard as he used to be, so he's more lenient. But he Tibbs is a great coach. I mean, we got to give it up to Tibbs. Tibbs has put this team together, and also give the props to Leon Rose. But the signing of OG Anunoby was something that we could have not, we just couldn't avoid, guys. We couldn't avoid. He's a great part of what we had last year. So, and we need to continue that into next season. So, yeah, he's going to be making a whole lot of money going forward. So he's gonna get payday. I think Jalen Brunson say, "Let me hold $1," because that money is big time. I mean, the first season he's gonna be making 36 million. 38 millions on 2025, 2026 he's going to make about 40 million, and 2027 he's going to make 42 million. So it's kind of that growing contract, and he also has that player option of 44 mil. I'm just rounding the numbers up, but they're close to it, and it's going to average out a total of $212 million, which is a lot of money. But, comparing to the past, I think with the whole salary increments, and I think that's how much players are going to be worth going forward. But, the Knicks had to pay the price. They had to take the American Express card, or, break out the bank, and just unload the money onto this guy and for him to get his bag. So, yes, it's a lot of money. I don't disagree. Yes, it concerns me his injury, but I think it's worth it, guys. This is now or never. This is the time for the Knicks. The Knicks have this window open and they have to take advantage and bring a championship. So I think it's a risk to take. The Knicks are probably the second best team in the East, arguably, because we got to say that the Celtics just won the world championship, of the NBA. So we got to give them the respect. Unless we take that away from them or we eliminate them, we're not there, but we could be there, and we're scaring the NBA and the Celtics. So with those two wings, it's just gonna be massive defensively we're gonna be a scary team. So with OG and Mikal Bridges, it's an exciting thing to watch when opening day. So hopefully they give us game one, Boston Celtics against the Knicks. It's going to be fun. But let's move on to the second topic, guys. The NBA draft. The Knicks, are we going to be trading anything away in this video? I don't know, because it looks like Leon always trading away his picks, but this guy has a plan. This guy know what he want, and I said it. I wanted Tyler Kolek. Is kind of the need that we wanted, and behind Jalen Brunson, a floor general, a guy that has leadership, a guy that is ready to play in the NBA to back up Jalen Brunson, and expect this guy to play good minutes, because Jalen Brunson needs it. The time of Jalen Brunson going ahead and playing those 40 plus minutes every game and dropping 40s, it might be possible, but it's not going to be as often as it used to be this season. So having Tyler Kolek, I think, is going to definitely help and alleviate kind of that pressure, that workload that Jalen Brunson has been seeing in the last couple of games that he was playing in the playoff. I mean, having Tyler Kolek, the comp of TJ McConnell, even a better shooter, taller, this guy is a floor general, and I think he's a guy for the future for the Knicks. So, I mean, he's 6'3", 190 pounds from Marquette. His court vision, that passing game, that playmaking ability, again, the leadership. He was a Big East Player of the Year. Come on, guys. I think that I hate to say it, but it could be right. The Knicks might have had to steal of the draft. I know people weren't happy with all the draft players, but this was the pick that the Knicks went up to get. This was their guy. They had a feeling that they could draft him outside of the out of the first round to save him money. And I think there's a reason to that, and I'm going to talk about that in the next topic, which kind of contributes to Isaiah Hartenstein. But the Knicks also added Pacome Dadiet. This guy is an investment, guys. This guy is kind of probably go to the G League. He's a 3-and-D player. He's athletic, defensive versatility. Was a great player in the French youth league. So this guy has potential to be a great player in the next 2 to 3 years. I mean, I wouldn't say great. I just said great, but let me correct myself. A good player, a good role player, or maybe, you never know. We never know. But this is a stash guy that's going to be a guy that might come up in a few years. And the Knicks, there was a reason why the Knicks just took this guy. They kind of knew that this guy was something that they might want to invest to in the future, because the Knicks also have to invest. You got to have a farm system. You have to have those young players that they're going to develop. So when our top guys, our superstar guys are gone, we got to have guys, arsenals are going to come out and start also continuing what the Knicks have been doing. What Leon Rose is also investing for now, and he's also now planting the seeds to kind of make the Knicks better going forward. So a good shooting guard. So he will play small forward. So Pacome Dadiet, see you in the G League. Westchester is going to be having a whole lot of fun seeing you, but do your thing. And we'll expect you in a few years to come up and contribute to this team. And the Knicks also got Kevin McCullough Jr., a small forward as well, shooting guard, 6'6", 210 pounds. He's from Kansas. He's a perimeter defense, a rebounder, versatile player. So, it was a great success for the Kansas. So this guy definitely is a defensive player. The Knicks, love defensive players. So another stash, a guy that might help, in depth when the Knicks kind of need those breathers in the next couple of in the next couple of season or maybe next season. But another guy that might be a stash as well, and Ariel Ukaporti, center, 7 feet from German, a rim protector, rebounding machine, a physical presence. So yes, this guy basically probably is an insurance just in case for Mitchell or Isaiah Hartenstein. Anything can happen, but this guy is going to be kind of our third backup center, just in case we don't know if Mitchell or Isaiah Hartenstein is not here next year. So, but they need a center, and I think this is a good pick. I'm not sure how he's going to impact, but somebody that comes off the bench here and then might help the Knicks kind of alleviate some those needs and those aches and pains for Isaiah Hartenstein and Mitchell Robinson if he's here next year. But yeah, great draft by Leon Rose. These guys they're playing chess out there, man. They know what they were doing. They were trying to save money. But this gets me to the next topic with Isaiah Hartenstein, guys. Wow, the Knicks are trying hard just to shave off salary. How they maneuver to get their man Isaiah Hartenstein. And I think this guy's just sitting back and be like, okay, they making it work. They trying to get the money for me. They trying to get my raise. They trying to get my payday. Yeah, I mean, Isaiah Hartenstein could go to another team and definitely get the bag. And I don't blame him for it if he leaves. But I just have a feeling that the Knicks are doing this, trying to cut the salary by, getting Tyler Kolek as a second rounder rather than picking both players, and they save money. I'm not sure how this works, but I'm hearing like maybe $5 million were saved with those moves. But correct me if I'm wrong. But the whole thing here is that they're trying to save money. And the reason why is they're trying to save money is to sign Isaiah Hartenstein and to also kind of stay off the first apron and not hit the second apron, which can lock them up for more restrictions. So the Knicks, they know what they're doing. And I think Isaiah Hartenstein wants to be a Knick. This team, look at the moves they're making, guys. Look at the moves they're making. We obviously know that our starting five is going to be including Isaiah Hartenstein. And, I love Mitch. Mitch is a great center. The rebound game is immaculate. This guy is a defender, big time defender. He brought down Embiid, but Embiid took him out. But he was locking down Embiid in that playoff series. But we got to understand that Isaiah Hartenstein is a more dynamic player. He meshes well with Jalen Brunson. He's also good with offense. So I mean, it's only right to bring Isaiah Hartenstein back. This guy loves gelling with the team. He is part of the chemistry, and what the Knicks are building, it's chemistry, guys. Chemistry. So I don't know how the Knicks don't have a lot of talks with Isaiah Hartenstein and telling him, hey, if you want to win a championship, this is where it's at. If you want to go get your bag, you're going to go get it. But this is where he's going to add value to his career, massive value. He's still young. I mean, Isaiah Hartenstein is a young man. If I'm not mistaken, he's 26, or I could be wrong, but don't quote me on that. But he is a young man. And, even coming out of 30, if he's a good center and has a championship ring on his finger, and teams are going to be, kind of drooling for this type of player if he ever becomes available in free agency, which I doubt. I mean, I hope the Knicks don't let him go, but, I think the gelling with Isaiah Hartenstein being that top center for the Knicks is that's the priority right now. They are trying to make money works, and if it's probably, and that's why I'm a little bit doubtful with Mitchell Robinson staying as a center. They might trade him. They just picked up Ariel Ukaporti. I don't know how much impact he could have, but if they trade away, let's say for example, Mitchell Robinson, maybe they do like a sign and trade with trying to get back Precious Achua. I love Precious. Precious was, I mean, Precious was kind of not there sometimes, but he improved. He improved. This guy improved. There was a reason why the Knicks wanted him when he came back with OG. So I am also not 100% if Precious Achua is not going to be here next year. But if Mitch is out, I think I see Precious Achua here. But I think Mitchell Robinson might be leaving for the Knicks to shave away some salary, just to kind of have that breathing room, that flexibility to stay off the aprons and kind of stay off those luxury tax. But yeah, this is kind of where I'm at, guys. But yeah, just want to also give you a little recap. Talk about how the Knicks kind of signed their guy OG Anunoby. They gave him the bag, deserves it. Yes, we have concerns with injuries, but we gotta. This is the price of doing business, guys. This is people got to spend to make that money. So I think in order for you to have achievements and definitely have success, you have to spend that money. And he's a player of the Knicks. I mean, this guy signed with he got his money, but he wanted to be a Knick. He knows what the Knicks are doing. He knows this is the possibility for him getting another ring with the New York Knicks. So why not? Why not? Also, the NBA draft, Tyler Kolek, my favorite pick for the Knicks for the draft. This was a guy that I was saying that this was my favorite based on kind of the little research that I've been doing. This guy is a TJ McConnell. I love TJ McConnell, and if this guy is a better shooter, taller player, leadership on the court, kind of need that type of game that, and he's going to be learning from Jalen Brunson, why not? This is the right guy. I'm happy. And kind of the investments that they did with the other players, it's kind of smart. Leon Rose, A+ in the draft. He caught his hat as giving us kind of a heart attack on what they were doing, but it all makes sense at the end. Trust Leon Rose, guys. And then also Isaiah Hartenstein, is he going to be staying? I think he is. I believe Isaiah Hartenstein is not going to leave the Knicks. The Knicks are going to do whatever they can to keep this guy. And if they're doing this, it's because probably Isaiah Hartenstein is saying, hey, give me the money and I'll stay. And the Knicks are just shifting things away just to make it right. And I think it's only right. I think if I had the choice of taking Mitch or Isaiah, I honestly would take Isaiah. The offensive player, the chemistry. I know there's chemistry with Mitchell Robinson, but the offensive game is not there, has never developed. And one of the things that creeped on the Knicks is injuries, guys, injuries. But I'm going to leave you guys here. Thank you, guys. Appreciate all the support. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace out.